What's good, boys? How's it going? You're about to watch my student interview with Manish. Manish was stuck 4 months ago at 4K per month every single month. He just couldn't get any higher than that. He quit his SMMA, he broke it all down. He then started an info agency. And in the last 3 months, he's went from zero to $27,000 per month consistently in just 3 months. In this video, we're going to be breaking down how he did it with just three clients, how he got those clients, how he scaled those clients. You're going to find out absolutely everything. Stick around to the end as well. I'm going to show you how you can be the next Manish, how you can take away all these strategies, implement for yourself, and make this sort of money pretty easily. What's poppin', bro? Manish, introduce yourself. Just tell everyone what you do, everything like that.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Manish. I'm from Manipur, India, and I'm a growth operator. And I've joined Operator Labs for the past 4 months, I guess. And I've been able to scale my own growth operating agency to 23K in monthly recurring revenue.
Fire. So, how many clients are you working with right now to sort of generate that every single month?
Currently, I work with three clients, which is if one from the US, one from
Nice.
Singapore, and one from the India.
Fire. How much of that revenue can you sort of delegate to each client?
So I would say it's never consistent or it's never exact the same number we do each every month, but it's an average of I would say 8K sometimes, 12K sometimes, but on an average of 8 to 12K every month. That's the average we do.
Fire. Got you. 100%, man. So I guess you've been inside for 4 months, like you said. And I seen obviously 2 weeks ago, I think it was, you put the post in the group. You're like, hey guys, I'm at this amount per revenue every single month. I was like, damn fire, bro. Because obviously, for everyone watching as well, Manish is obviously in India. His time's a little bit later than ours. So we do group calls every week inside Operator Labs. He hasn't been able to make a lot of them just from his timings. So I haven't been able to check in with him a lot and find out where he's at. So I'll just get a little update now and again, like, hey, bro, I'm at this amount. And then 2 weeks ago, he put in the group, hey, guys, here's where I'm at. And I was like, damn, bro. So I hit him up. Let's hop on a call. Let's run this shit up. I want to sort of explain your story, show everyone you're at, and hopefully inspire people and maybe help some people, give them some advice as well. But yeah, you've been inside for 4 months. What would you say was going on in your business sort of before you joined Operator Labs, I guess, like 4 months ago?
Yeah, I would say I was pretty much struggling, or I would say I was stuck at a point where I was not able to scale my own agency, or I don't have a exact systems or funnels that I need to implement to scale in that number. So I was, kind of struggling, then I was checking for a few people like you in the internet. And one day you gave me a DM. I think it was in school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in school. Yeah, you gave me a DM and you was like, just check out. You have built something like Operator Lab. Then I check out, and once I saw there was a resource about plug and play resources. That was not with me of doing my own shit. It was already a proven system. It was already a proven formula. I just need to plug in, reframe it according to my niche and offers, and just I thought of those visions, and I hop inside Operators Lab, and about like 14 to 15 days I was not sure what I was doing. And then finally I was just checking out your Operators Lab thing, and I found few plug and play resources like templates, the vault, especially the vault. It's very useful to me, because it was already written over there with all the scripts that I need, all templates, all the formulas, everything that I need. Then I started using all these resources that you have provided in Operators Lab. And boom, I don't know how it got, but we started hitting numbers, printing started printing.
Fire.
Yeah,
Love
man.
to hear
So
that, man.
yeah, man. And it was like 23K USD or when we had our first revenue, but it was more like 27 lakhs in INR. So it's a kind of huge money, like seven figures in our own country. So yeah, it's a super man.
Incredible, bro. Exactly. No, fire. And yeah, I wanted to make that clear as well. Like, you were definitely sort of already in the space. You were definitely grinding it out. You've been in the space
Yep.
for a while before that.
Yeah.
And it was towards, I wouldn't say right at the start, but it was towards the beginning of Operator Labs. So I was like sort of reaching out to people who were not always struggling, but looking for the extra thing. And like, hey, bro, we've got this.
Yeah. And
And I'd
the
already,
one thing that I love about Operator Lab is I've been in different courses and different mentorship in the past years and past days. And if there were any moment and or any single doubts that I have, there was not a support team that I can go with. We just have to wait for the weekly calls to raise these issues, doubts, and everything. But in Operator Labs, you just have to shoot a DM to Mason. He'll probably reply in just hours or minutes. I mean, that's the perfect thing that I needed. Today also, I think I shoot a DM about some GHL issues, right? And boom,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, yeah,
actually.
it got fixed, and it's incredible.
Yeah, I'm kind of on top of that shit, but we're trying to make sure everyone gets, everything they need because we're just trying to make sure everyone scales in here, right? Because
Yeah, man.
one, it's good for you, but two,
Yeah.
these videos do well for me. It's great for me as well. Let's be honest. Like no one's doing this completely selflessly, right?
Yeah, man.
Let's all be open and honest. But
And
yeah,
also,
hundred
who is
percent.
giving unlimited GHL sub accounts? No one is giving that shit. You know,
Yeah,
that's a whole new game changer. You know.
it is pretty wild. It's been
Yeah,
pretty
man.
difficult to set up actually. It's a lot more admin than I thought it would be,
Yeah, yeah.
but it is what it is. Okay, let's rewind again then. So like, these 4 months ago, you're just talking about. Were you working with the same three clients then, or how was
Uh-huh.
it looking back then?
No, I was working only with a single client when I joined Operator Labs, and I landed two clients in that 4 months. And with that Indian and Singapore one, they were already already they have systems and proven offers then. So I just used the help of the vault, which was already inside the Operator Labs, and I just reframed, restructured, and changed some backend systems, and it did well, you know.
Fire,
And
no, nice, bro.
yeah, and
How
for the
how did
one,
you
yeah, go ahead.
how did you land these clients as well? Obviously, a lot of people struggle with the client acquisition side of it. So for you having three clients in such a short time, I guess two that you landed in the 4 months
Mhm.
is fire. So how
Yeah,
would you say you landed these guys for everyone wondering?
yeah. So those two clients were from the outbound coal IGTMs. Basically, I was a little bit experienced because I used to do SMMA in the past years, for the past 3 years. So I was kind of a bit experienced with that. But when I joined Operator Labs, I was, click with that scripting and how you frame those copywriting for the messages. And overall, the vault, I would say the vault is a special thing that happened to me, right? Because the KPI tracking, then how you send messages, the follow up, the loop strategy, and everything, it certainly helped me out. And even I have been in a lot of mentorship I've told before, but no one taught you about how to build your own personal brand as an operator or as a marketer, right?
Yeah,
So I started doing personal branding thing. I started uploading content because you give me the GPT prompt to do personal branding, right? So I started doing it. I got an inbound lead, and that's how I closed the second client.
nice.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Yeah, fire. That's sick, man. That's great because my next question was about to be how much time are you spending on outreach and client acquisition? So we'll get into that in a moment with the first two guys. But with the other person coming from inbound, that's fire because that just
And,
shows
and
perfectly.
And the great thing is he's from the Seattle, US.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
sick, man. And he's
Reaching
he's
out to
doing
the
quite a lot of
Indian guy.
revenue.
Yeah, yeah.
Fire. So okay, so other than that client, then the guys that you got from outbound, how much time were you spending doing client acquisition to land these clients?
So to be honest, I was not giving a lot of time into doing or sending DMs and everything. I was doing about averaging about 2 hours a day maximum, which is not even continuously doing. I was just typing 30 minutes, then put on doing some work, doing some on my shits thing, then completing some cementing shits, doing copies, then again I started writing. So that's it. It took me around, I guess, 15 days at max to land those clients because the statement and the positioning of myself was so good that they were like, yeah, let's hop on a call, let's see things how things work out. Then I just pitch. And uh, for the information, I close them on a, retainer plus a commission base. Like most tour
Nice.
operators think that they have to close the first line only at commission base because they don't have the experience to it. But I positioned myself in a way that it was so good that I can even pitch a retainer they were happy to give. So that's
Love that. Yeah, love that. And more money for you, man. And it's going to make you grind even more at the end of the day because
yeah,
you're
yeah,
getting more for delivering those services.
yeah.
Unreal, bro. No, I love that. With these clients, then, what sort of offers were you launching? Because again, it's what a lot of people want to know in this space. They're struggling with it. So, say you land these well, three guys, I guess, but let's rewind a little bit, maybe to the first one or two clients. What kind of offers are you doing? Is it high ticket? Is it low ticket? What are you sort of setting up for these people?
So you want for all my clients or just few of them? Like what do I do in common?
Yeah, what are you usually doing for these people?
Yeah, yeah. So I'll just tell one of the client who is from India and his scale passed 17K in just 12 days in the last month. So how I did was we launched each and every offers like low ticket offers, mid ticket offers, and high ticket offers. And we have a system where we don't want like it's for a sales if it is one to one we are just making burning a lot of money just for the high tickets or low ticket. So we have decided to one to many people. Yeah. So like basically like webinars or masterclass or kind of like VSL thing. So we set up a lead magnet where people come inside for a low ticket or a lead magnet thing. Then then we upfrontly give values. Then we pitch the remaining 30 minutes or 40 minutes. We don't just teach. We just give directly the values, what is into it, and we start pitching. And with the pitch part, I help with the creators with the offers, the statements, the value propositions, and everything. And which, since it's a live session, people were connecting and building trusting itself. So yeah, so it was
100%.
yeah. Then we don't sell the high ticket directly. We did mid ticket, just for the nurturing process, right? Then we did mid ticket. Then mid ticket starts. It's like a community base. Then high ticket, it's like one on one, personally helping. So it went through like that. So it was kind of easy at once we did the mid ticket, but at the front it was kind of hard because we need to use proper statements, offers, the language that people should speak in the low ticket. Because that's the main thing people make mistake. They think if we just pitch our offer, people will come for the high ticket or low ticket. It doesn't happen that way, right? We have to understand our ICP, that which we are speaking to low ticket people or the high ticket people. Then we need to craft the language and offer in that manner.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
one
how
million
we do.
percent.
Yeah, man. That's
That's
how we
that's
did
some
it.
great advice as well, I think, because people don't realize that. Like you
Yeah,
said, I think
yeah,
you've got to approach high ticket and low ticket clients in a completely different way.
yeah. The language should not be same. So people think they have offer and they just put that offer to all the audience or all the warm leads or leads, whatever they have. But we have segmented all these people into like low ticket people, high ticket people, or mid ticket people. So the
Yeah,
main goal is to make sure that our clients come inside a mid ticket because that's where the nurturing begins,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
So we started to speak almost low ticket languages in the front end, but once they get inside the middle ticket one, like we started pitching for the high ticket one, and that's how we got converted.
Fire, man. So how are you? Obviously, I know you're kind of selling the high ticket on the back end then, but how are you going about that? So they get inside the mid ticket. What exactly happens? They obviously get some value. They learn a little bit. How are you then approaching them to sell the high ticket?
So in a mid ticket, it's where a lot of gamification come in. It doesn't have to be recorded courses and just live weekly calls. We put a lot of gamification. That's where we make sure the creator also participates and put a lot of time and energy inside the mid ticket itself. So the gamification begins. But once we have a level where they have been nurtured enough to be in the high ticket one, that's when start pitching with VAs and sales team, the closers and everybody.
Nice.
And that's when we start speaking the high ticket languages.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I love that. And you spoke there about kind of having VAs and stuff in place. So do you guys operate with like quite a big team, or is it
And
how does that set up?
so we are just a team of two, like me and my partner, and I handle the most of the back end, the strategy part, and the sales part. And my partner does all the content, which comes like content strategy, content scripting, ideations, thumbnail, captions, editing, everything, right? And he also kind of does like small VAs thing, like how our VAs used to do, like helping creators with the PPT, like how to pitch the offer, the presentation, and everything. And we used to give we have a lot of VAs, like remote VAs from Singapore, Philippines, and everywhere, right? So person is well with them. So we just have to speak to their language. To be honest, we are offering this. You get this if you do this, and they comes in, and we train them like for like 4 or 5 days. We don't give scripts, but we just train them. This is what you need to do. These are the KPI that you need to be targeting for, and that's it. It happens instantly because they are already nurtured in the mid ticket.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. So your partner's kind of more on the front end with stuff, kind of building out the front end product, the
Yeah,
content, and you're more
yeah.
on the back end, actually the scaling, the money, the offer itself kind of thing. Fire, bro. Love that. No, 100%. So obviously you talked about kind of the go high level and stuff inside Operator Labs, but apart from that, what other sort of softwares and systems are you sort of implementing for these different creators?
So main software that we will be using is GHL, to be honest, because the whole dashboard, the CRM is cool with that. Then for the creator, we do many chats. Then obviously we need Zapier, Pabbly for automations, right? And the main thing is once they reach certain KPIs or certain numbers, we pitch the creator to do paid ads because that's where the scaling begins. Because they just cannot focus on their warm leads or the warm audience they have already built. So we try to bring all the cold audience or the cold market with paid ads. So that's something we do right now. And currently we are sitting at 3.7 ROAS with the
Nice.
paid ads, and we're planning to scale even more in this coming weeks and months. Yeah.
Fire, man. Love it. Okay, cool, bro. I mean, it's been a long process then, and you're obviously killing it. How much time are you spending in your business right now? Um, Compared to as well, how much time you were spending at the beginning? Is it the same? Is it a little bit more, a little bit less?
It's been a little bit less, to be honest. because and before I joined Operator Lab, everything was manual because we didn't have GHL, we don't have proven snapshots, we don't have proven plug and play resources. So everything was used to be from the scratch, and I have to make, then I have to hire copywriters, and I have to make sure everything is correct and
Yeah,
everything.
for sure.
So I used to put a lot of hours. Then when I joined the operators lab, all the resources were there in one place, right? So the time just got lesser. I don't have to put a lot of effort. I have to just make sure these things happens and just decide I should do this. Just go to GHL with the operator lab one that you guys provide, and all the snapshots are ready with the proven templates. Just drag and drop. That's it.
Love it, man. No, fire. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't understand that as well. I like to explain this quite a lot. I mean, you'll probably agree. Info agencies, growth operating is the biggest business where all the work is kind of front loaded. Like when you start, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, yeah,
And people don't understand this. Like it's definitely not get rich quick. I don't try and pitch anything that's easy. It's definitely,
yeah,
definitely not. I think
yeah.
once you jump in, the hardest part of this whole business is firstly getting your client, and then secondly, figuring everything out and launching for that first client. That's the most
Yeah,
difficult part.
yeah, yeah.
Once you figure that out, you can pretty much rinse and repeat everything.
Just focus on what you have as a leverage. That's it. Once you have the systems and once you have the offers right. And,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah,
Do you find it the same? Like, was your first client the hardest to land or not?
yeah. It was hard to be honest. And once I land my first client, it was again hard to fulfill all these deliverables because I don't have the right system. It was like trial and error in the first place, right?
Exactly.
Then I had some experience with the first client. Then I joined Operator Labs. Then I found all the resources over there. Like I don't have to do manual things. I don't have to hire more people to do stuff. Then I just like follow what are the steps you guys have given, you know. Then just copy and paste, just change my offer into what you have already written, and that's it. Things are falling into place eventually once you have a proven system and formulas. But the main thing is you should have the idea and you should have the intention of making things right and leveraging what you have in your hand right now, but not just go for it. So that's the main thing.
100%. 100 million%. Yeah, I'm completely on the same page. Um, let's talk a little bit as well, like mindset stuff as well. I don't really dive into this a lot. I'm not really a mindset guy, to be completely honest. But I
Yeah.
just wanted to ask you a little bit on like how has your thought process changed? For example, those 4 months ago. What did you think was your limit? Like, were you struggling with anything? Did you think like, oh no, this isn't going to work for me? What numbers did you aim for compared to now? Has it kind of opened your mind at all? Do you
Yeah.
have different plans? Different goals, everything like that?
Yeah. So before when I started, like the initial days, I was more of like chasing the numbers, the chasing the clients and chasing the results. I was that kind of guy. Then it comes with the experience and it also comes with the right environment you're in. And also it comes with the right community that you're gonna speak every day with, right? So in the past, after I hit my the 23K in monthly revenue, I realized that uh it's more like you follow a formula, which I will share it, which is like follow a formula, which is for the quick growth. You follow a formula, which is vehicle. Vehicle is the proven business model or the systems that we're gonna take it from there. But vehicle plus the driver. The driver is obviously who's gonna drive the vehicle. So it only depends on how you think about how you want to drive the vehicle, how you operate the vehicle, and what are the skill sets that you are gonna handle the vehicle. So it's just the formula that I follow. So vehicle is ground operating for me, or you can say IPG, whatever people call, right. So it's already a proven formula where a lot of people have made millions or whatever numbers they want to hit with this vehicle itself. But I am the one who's going to drive the vehicle. It means I need to have the right skills to operate a vehicle, the right mindsets, the right identity, and everything. So you need all those right community, right environment, and all the experience needed. Also, you need to grind at least for the initial days, until you have your KPIs hit. Then only you realize all these things.
Big grind at the start, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
100%. So I guess the position you're in now, obviously, this formula, everything, you figured it out, you understand everything now. I guess, is there anything else you would tell, say, your past self, even before you could land clients and stuff? What advice would you give them? Because obviously, that's going to be a position that a lot of people watching are in. What advice would you give yourself back then?
Okay, when I will be starting out. So obviously, people have two options Either you do yourself and just go through a trial and error method and burn a lot of money, energy, time, and just do your own shit. And the second option is go for someone who is already doing it, like
Yeah, for
mentorship
sure.
or someone, yeah, and follow what he has given all the resources, and just try to surrender on the system what it's providing. So that's the two option. So when I first initially started out, obviously I didn't have the money. That's why I started out. So I did the first option
Yeah, for sure.
until a point where I was already made up my mind that I have to invest in order to scale or in order to leverage. If I would tell my initial days Manish that you should do this, so I would obviously say go for option two. Find someone who's already doing it, just surrender to the system what is providing it, and boom,
Yeah.
it'll
No, fire,
scale
man.
obviously.
So are you a big believer then in buying information? Have you done it previously? Bought a lot of info?
No, no, I would say no because when I was doing an SMMA thing, I was in the lead gen SMMA thing, like
Yeah.
Facebook ads and all lead generation,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was in the solar niche to be honest, like solar appointments for solar contractor or solar sales rep, right? So I was not in that kind of mindset at the starting of this lead gen thing. I was more of like, give me the retainer, I'll do your work, and I'll vanish. So no growth mindset, no no systems that thing. Just pure like freelancer doing project, jumping from projects to projects to project. But you cannot live on that, right? You cannot make big chunks of money from that. You need a proven business model, you need a proven environment, you need a proven all those things. Obviously your mindset needs to improve.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I completely agree. I was actually very similar. Like I haven't didn't invest in info at all for a very, very long time. I was actually against it in a lot of ways. 'Cause I've seen courses like a big scam when I first started out, like a lot of stuff like that. So I was like, there's no point investing. Um, I do kind of still have like some of those thought processes, which makes no sense because of the business model me and you are obviously doing. But that's why I believe a lot in like information with implementation, which is why we provide a lot of the systems and stuff like that. And I think when you're working with clients, if you can not only give someone, some course modules and also help them out with some systems or some direct one-on-one help, whatever it
Yeah.
might be, I
Mhm.
think that helps scale massively and build trust and actually get people success rather than just printing money from selling a
Yeah.
course or whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not about always the money, at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's all about how you sustain and how you build things out and what are the experience and what are the connections and everything you have made in this journey. So that's the main
Yeah,
thing for me.
one million
And
percent.
yeah, and the good news is I've started my own info product, which is about the mindset courses, and I'm giving away to my people inside my state.
Nice. Fire, Bruno. I love to hear
Yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
just you're trying to bring other people with you, right? Like you're starting to scale up and you're now like inviting everyone else to sort of, come
yeah,
on your journey with you. Well,
yeah.
that's sick. So what are your plans now, man? I mean, you've been popping off recently. Obviously, you've scaled back how much time you're investing a little bit. You've been killing it. What are your plans from here? Are you looking to get more clients on board, or just sort of scale with the ones you already got?
So currently, let's say for 2025, my main chief aim or my main goal is to just land a single client, which is a whale client, and that's it. I don't need any more client with that, and I'll be start focusing on personal branding, and I'll try to help more of my people. I mean, my country people, because eventually the whole world knows what is good operating, what does IPGA does, but in India, it's still a very cold market. People doesn't know. People are still with SMMA. People are still with content agency, AI agency, and everything up. But I would love to educate and help more freelancers agency in my country to start this whole new unsaturated info product agency model. And obviously, it's gonna blow up because I just saw Iman just bought WAP. He's the co-founder. A lot of digital product sellers are gonna pop up, but they need someone to handle the backend systems. They need someone
Exactly.
to scale. So that's where we're gonna come in. So I'm gonna maybe that's my plan for now 2025 and probably scale my own info product about the mindset to at least 6 or 7 figures, maybe able to impact a lot of people in my country itself. So that's the goal for 2025 right now. But maybe it'll change once I hit my KPI again.
Of course, that's always how it goes, man. Goals are there for a reason, though. And that's a really good point you made, by the way, because I think I completely agree. I think everyone's jumping on this trend of like, building a personal brand, using things like WAP because of Iman or School of Alex Hormozy, trying to, jump in this trend, build your own info product, do this. But what people are forgetting is all these guys don't really know what they're doing. So they can really get good at content, they can start pushing traffic. But at the
Yeah,
end of the day, they're
Yeah.
still going to need someone to partner with and work on the back end and
Yeah,
actually
because
make the money for
the
them.
business principle is not going to change. That's right.
Exactly.
You need to stick with the basics and the principle. But once
100%.
you master this too, you understand the game. So that's the main thing, right? But people don't focus there. People are
Yeah.
just
1
going
million
where the money
percent.
is going. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone's jumping from thing to thing, next shiny object. Um, but yeah, and it's pretty much impossible, right? If you just get into this space to make money and you start making content, you can definitely grow your content. But to script out videos, record videos, cross post across every platform, and then also learn how to build info products, scale them, set up systems and go high level, Zapier, Pabbly, do this.
Yeah.
Like by the time you learn all of that, you're going to be another 20 years older, man. Like it's next to impossible.
Yeah.
Um, which is where obviously guys like me, Manish, we all jump in and we work with these creators to scale
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
and it just makes sense. And I think this space, as you just said, is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And people don't get that. So I think even if you don't want to invest in something and you don't have much money to start off with, like you were talking about, bro, like just make a start. Try and find some clients, get some knowledge in the space, even start with some sales or copywriting skills.
Yeah.
Just get started in some way
Yeah.
and make an
Yeah.
entry.
Yeah. Yeah. Starting is the best thing you can do right now.
100%. You just got to grind it out
Yeah.
and you'll
Yeah.
eventually get there. 1,000,000%.
You don't have to do all those back end or copywriting or funnel designing. Just help the creator to modulize their courses. That's it. You'll get experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%. You
that's it.
have
You'll get.
guys doing
Yeah.
anything. Like you could literally
Yeah.
be a moderator for a
Yeah.
Discord community,
Yeah.
and that's your entry point into this business model. 1,000,000%. Um, cool, man. I mean, it's been really good. I guess the only last parts from me, unless you have anything else.
Everything's good. I'm hyper sell right now. I'm planning to scale even more. I'll let you know in the chat
Yeah,
or in the
fire.
WhatsApp, man.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for
Yeah,
that
man.
2 week check in. Hey boys,
Yeah,
I'm now at 50K a month, 100K a month. I'm waiting for those big numbers, bro. We can jump back on here when we hit those big numbers.
yeah, man. Let's do it, man. I'm hyper
Um,
sell.
I guess the only last parts for me then is some salesy shit. I got to add into this shit, but I want to be super transparent. Yeah, the only thing else, what would you honestly tell someone who's thinking about joining Opera Labs? 'Cause I know you mentioned it quite a lot in this video. I don't want to dive in too much, but what would be your honest thoughts to tell someone who's just getting started in this growth operating space we've been speaking about joining, even just a low ticket Operator Labs?
Yeah. The honest answer will be I don't know if they're gonna like it or not, but it's better to taste before they decide, right? So, but I'm gonna reveal what's inside Operator Lab because Mason is not gonna do. You'll get a vault which contains all the resources, plug-in play resources, and you get unlimited GHL sub accounts, which is basically a game changer because you don't have to spend any much of it, and you'll get all the support you need because there are a lot of operators and all of marketers inside it. So to be honest, just try for at least few months, and I'm pretty sure they'll fall in love with the Operator Labs because I've been in the whole space of this thing and I've been searching for kind of offer everywhere, but I didn't get everywhere. And if people may not know, but I think people might heard of Tim Yun,
Yeah.
who is a great operator. Like he does a good operator thing, who's starting out in the initial days.
For
I was
sure.
a CMO last year, and it was kind of initial days, right? So I don't know much about this scheme. I was a CMO office. Like for it, I guess like not a long period of time, but the offer stands out with the low ticket with the Operator Labs itself. What is provide because of the software itself.
Yeah.
Because the information you are getting in the YouTube itself, everyone is posting the same thing, right? But the main thing is the plug and play resources, the systems. That's the main thing, and that's what
Yeah.
we're getting inside the Operator's Lab. So, yeah.
100,000,000%. I guess off that then, one thing I would say to you, like a lot of guys struggle with low ticket programs because we're just talking about that. Like no one really does low ticket in this space. I think to be completely honest, like no hate to anyone else, I think the honest reason is doing a low ticket in this space is difficult because this business model is hard, right? And people who only invest a little amount of money, they're not willing to invest a lot of time and learn everything. Which is a massive problem, which is why I also help people now like one-to-one, help people out like that as well. This is no plug. But I just wanted to ask you then, because you've done really well with the information, with the frameworks, everything like that from the low ticket, a lot more than a lot of people who do jump in programs that are even high ticket and one-to-one help. You've done well in a low ticket program. So I guess my question off that is, how did you sort of extract and get so much value out of that low ticket program? I think you've done a lot of research yourself. You've looked
Yeah,
into it. You've put the work in. How
yeah,
did you sort of, leverage the low ticket to get so much value out of it? Does that make sense?
yeah. I'm understanding it. To be honest, the hunger. The first thing is the hunger. You need to have a mindset of hungerness, and make sure you do a good research before you join to any low ticket or any program. Just make sure the man or the woman who is gonna pitch or you're gonna offer the same thing has to be someone who is practicing what it preaches. And I saw that in you, to be honest, in initial days. You are practicing what you're preaching, right? So I was like, let's give a shot. Let's see what happens. And I don't know, I skated to 24K.
Yeah, you're popping out. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it definitely makes sense, and I think a lot of people turn to sort of selling programs and stuff, which makes complete sense when they've finished doing whatever they're doing. So they've made a lot of success in a model like SMMA, and then like a couple of years later they start a program. But in that instance, you're learning old tactics, old techniques. So I completely agree with you. You want to learn from someone who's just a couple steps ahead of you,
Yeah,
actively doing
yeah,
the
yeah,
same sort of thing you're doing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
very easy to learn. But whereas
yeah,
if you're learning from, a multi millionaire when you're just starting out, it's very difficult to follow those
yeah,
steps because it's just so
yeah,
confusing for you.
yeah, yeah. So just follow someone who is practicing what he preaches. So that's the main advice I'll give to anyone who's gonna start out. You don't have to take a
100%.
big step, man. Small step are enough just for the initial days. But once you understand the game, you can run as fast as you can. No one's gonna catch you.
100%. Yeah, you just got to make that entry, man. Then hopefully the hunger will just bring you along. As long as you make
Yeah,
that
yeah,
entry,
yeah,
you'll be grinding out and you should get there 1 million%.
yeah, man.
But yeah, I don't want to do any more plugs. So, Fireman, I completely appreciate that. It's
Yeah,
been
man.
great, bro. And I'm excited to see where you get. I'm excited for those little updates in Operator Labs of, hey
Yeah, man.
guys, I'm now at this amount. By the way, here's the
Yeah,
here's the conversion for US dollars for any of you that didn't know.
yeah, man. Let's go, man.
Popping off. But no, is there anything else you want to add?
Nothing much. I think that's pretty much of what I want to share with you and with the people and the audience of yours. Like, just grind, make your mindset right. That's it. That's enough, to be honest.
Perfect, brother. No, I completely agree. Thanks for your time, man. And
Yeah, man.
thanks a lot. But peace out, boys. Thanks for watching as well. Go check out Manish as well. I'll drop his links down below as well. What's good, boys? Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed this full video. Hope you got all the sauce intended. Let us know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe as well. If you do want to work with me, you want to be the next person to go one-on-one with me, we're going to get you a client guaranteed. I'm going to give you a client. We're going to scale them together. I'm going to get you to that sort of 15, 20, 25K per month profit for you and your agency. Then click the link below to sign up for my one-on-one. If you do want to just jump in, get the low ticket, get the free go high level and stuff, feel free to join Operator Labs again below, and I have the free group too. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got all the sauce, and I hope to see you lot popping off real soon. Peace.